In the realm of Christian broadcasting, there was a significant news that came as a complete surprise, which caused shockwaves to spread across the religious community. A disturbing set of allegations has been made by an individual who formerly worked at Daystar Television Network. These allegations depict what they refer to as a network of secrets, financial fraud, and a culture of hidden information. Daystar's leaders, particularly Joni Lamb, have been the subject of heated disputes regarding their honesty as a result of these allegations, which were broadcast live on television. For many years, Daystar has been recognized as a trustworthy Christian media behemoth whose primary objective is to disseminate the gospel and strengthen the faith of Christians all over the world at large. The newly discovered information, on the other hand, reveals that there is a totally different scenario unfolding behind the scenes, one that involves fear, poor financial management, and allegations of abuse that have been kept secret for years. I ask that you give this movie a like, subscribe to it, and share it with other decent people. Daystar Television Network has been regarded as a dazzling illustration of the Christian religion for a considerable amount of time. Additionally, it has provided millions of viewers with spiritual solace and lessons from the Bible. New allegations, on the other hand, give the impression that a troubling reality has been going on beneath the surface for many years. According to those with knowledge of the situation, the network has been operating with a culture of secrecy and poor financial management. According to several reports, the millions of dollars that were donated by viewers and were supposed to be utilized for global Christian missions have instead been used for luxury vacations, expensive real estate, and other personal luxuries for the wealthy. The atmosphere within the organization has been described as one that is filled with fear, intimidation, and quiet, which is a source of concern in addition to the concerns regarding the financial situation. Employees who attempted to question leadership or demand responsibility were reportedly subjected to severe consequences, such as being terminated without prior notice or being threatened with legal action. On the other hand, the most distressing aspect could be the allegations of abuse that have been disregarded or concealed by the particular group. Whistleblowers claim that Daystar's leadership has attempted to conceal potentially damaging material in order to preserve the network's reputation in the public eye, rather than being transparent about the issues that have been occurring. If these allegations are accurate, they offer a scary picture of an organization that prioritizes power and personal wealth over faith, honesty, and doing what is right. This is a frightening picture to paint. Marcus Lamb, the creator of Daystar, made a public admission that he had been involved in an affair, which was extremely detrimental to the reputation of the company. At the time, the apology was considered a means of expressing regret and demonstrating humility. However, many who were present claimed that the actual narrative was significantly more terrifying than the one that was relayed to the general public. In recent disclosures, some who have spoken out have stated that ministry monies were utilized in order to silence others who were aware of Lamb's affair prior to his admission of it. Daystar is alleged to have paid off individuals who had proof of the affair in order to keep them quiet in order to maintain the network's reputation. This took place rather than Daystar being honest about the matter. On the other hand, that was not the end of the lies. It has been reported by various sources that this was not an isolated incident, but rather a part of a wider pattern of poor financial behavior. Reports indicate that funds that were intended to be allocated to philanthropic and religious endeavors were instead utilized for the purpose of concealing scandals, paying for private vacations, and purchasing extravagant items. According to reports, those who worked closely with the Lamb family were aware of these arrangements but were reluctant to provide any information about them. It was quite evident that in order to be faithful to Daystar, one had to ignore things that were not right. As a result of this, I find myself wondering what other financial wrongdoings might be taking place behind the scenes if cash from the church were being utilized for personal gain. One of the most heartbreaking allegations that has surfaced as a result of this occurrence concerns Jonathan and Susie Lamb, who are members of the Daystar family. According to those who are aware of the case, their daughter was subjected to abuse at the hands of an individual who had connections to the ministry. According to the sources, the leaders at Daystar, especially Joni Lamb, attempted to conceal what was taking place rather than prioritizing openness and justice. Initially, Jonathan and Susie believed that the ministry would move fast. Nevertheless, they were greeted with resistance from others who were participating. According to the reports, their demands for responsibility were disregarded, and there were efforts made to minimize the gravity of the allegations. A significant rift has developed within the Lamb family as a consequence of this. Jonathan and Susie have been shunned by several members of the congregation due to the fact that they have spoken out. It is clear from this that there is a toxic culture that prioritizes maintaining a positive public image over discovering the truth and justice. In the event that these allegations are accurate, they represent a horrific illustration of Daystar's lack of morality and ethics. How is it possible for a Christian organization to claim that they adhere to biblical standards while simultaneously disregarding significant allegations of abuse? As a result of Daystar's officials remaining silent, the controversy has intensified, and many individuals are wondering whether this is just the beginning of the situation. Instead of being forthright and honest about these distressing allegations, Joni Lamb has shown hostility against individuals who have come out with them. It has been reported that Daystar has stated that the allegations are fabrications that are intended to bring her ministry to its knees, rather than admitting that she may have committed an offense. It has been documented that Joni has on multiple occasions referred to individuals who blow the whistle as well as former employees as liars and traitors. It is her intention to portray herself as the victim, and she has stated that these allegations are nothing more than assaults on the reputation of both her and her late husband. It has simply served to increase people's level of skepticism. In the event that there was nothing to conceal, why not allow another person to investigate the matter? What are the reasons for not opening the books and confronting these charges head-on? By attacking opponents rather than being honest about their worries, Joni Lamb has made Daystar's credibility problem even more severe. The guarded attitude that she has taken has not been helpful in reestablishing trust. Rather, it has caused individuals to question what the network might be concealing. It is becoming increasingly difficult for her to defend her dismissive attitude, as more former employees and within the organization speak out. According to recent information on Daystar TV, a great number of Christians are taken aback and are curious about the network's ability to endure the increasing number of allegations that have been leveled against it. A story that began as a whisper of problems has now developed into a full-blown crisis, with allegations of financial abuse, cover-ups, and leadership corruption rocking one of the most important Christian media networks to its very foundations. Joni Lamb is at the epicenter of this storm because she refuses to confront these allegations in an honest manner, which has just served to increase the amount of individuals who have doubts about her. Instead of being humble and honest about the allegations, she has chosen to ignore critics, attack individuals who have spoken up, and attempt to exert control over the narrative. As more people come forward with their opinions, however, it is becoming increasingly obvious that the truth can no longer be concealed. Are Daystar going to finally come clean about what they did and accept responsibility, or are they going to continue to lie and run the risk of losing their reputation, which was once highly regarded? With regard to these shocking assertions, what are your thoughts? Do you believe that Daystar is intentionally concealing something, or do you believe that these threats are not justified? In the parts that follow, please share your comments and don't forget to like our station so that you can receive further news. If there is one thing that can be said with absolute certainty, it is that the truth will eventually be revealed.